Crown Towers. Pot Limit Omaha, the game here. Head-to-head competition.
Yeah. That's a good way to do it.
And Tom Dwan on the button will raise to 6,000.
And Antonius has single-suited aces. Aces are a big hand, heads up. Different values depending on what your side cards are. Here he's got medium-strength aces. Ace, ace, 10, 8 with a single suit.
20%.
And he'll just call.
Thanks.
Oh, that's pretty good looking, isn't it?
Absolutely. Antonius flops top set, and he's going to check it over to Tom Dwan because Tom Dwan is representing those high cards that are out there.
Look at the turn, a 6, and that should make Tom Dwan brave.
Well, that's a super action card. Antonius with top set. Now Tom Dwan has turned what is third set on the board.
10,000 to bet from Antonius.
Because Patrik Antonius did not re-raise pre-flop, Tom Dwan might dismiss the fact that he has pocket aces or pocket kings here, and those are the only two hands that beat Tom Dwan right now.
Well, he is going to raise it up to 37,000.
37,000.
And Antonius has the absolute best hand right now. There are some draws out there. There's a heart draw, and there are some straight draws, Queen, Jack, and 3-4. Let's see how he plays it. There's no hand that can beat him right now. And heads up here, if he throws in a re-raise, I don't think Tom Dwan's going anywhere. This could get huge.
And it looks as though it's exactly what he's going to do.
The only thing that might save Tom Dwan here is the fact that Antonius is representing a huge hand, and Tom Dwan might think, wait a minute, I raised pre-flop, I'm the one that could have 3 aces, so Patrik must have a very strong hand.
Well, he's going to make it costly to find out. Raised to 118,000.
118,000.
The pot is 167,000. Antonius has played his hand very deceptively. What is Tom Dwan going to do? I just can't imagine he's going to fold his hand. I think he's thinking of re-raising with the draws that are out there. Obviously, he could just call. Wow. And this pot is huge. Almost $250,000. Let's see if a non-heart comes on the river. Well, that does complete 4-5. So it's a little bit different than like a 7, an 8, or a 9 coming, which would be a total blank. But I still think Antonius is going to make a value bet here. But neither of these players have the nuts right now.
Reaching for those rectangular placards.
$25,000 each. The pot is 248.
And that bet, 146,000.
Almost 400,000 in the pot. And durrr releases his hand again quite easily.
And he was beaten, and so he really did. Saved himself a whole lot of money, despite being down 372,000.
And that river card might have saved Tom Dwan $150,000 to $200,000.
This is the Cash Game Invitational, the heads-up duel. We're coming back. We welcome you back to the PokerStars.net Aussie Millions Cash Game Invitational. It's a heads-up duel between Patrik Antonius and Tom Dwan. And Patrik Antonius has been playing brilliantly for the last several hands. And the fact is, Tom Dwan has not played badly.
Oh, he's played actually, I think, unbelievably well. I mean, some of the laydowns we've seen so far, he could easily be down 600,000-700,000 right now.
So both players to the flop with a 5-6 jack.
And Tom here is going to check. And Antonius has flopped 3 pair here. Jack 6-5.
He bets 12,000.
And Tom Dwan has a double gut shot. He could catch a 4 or an 8 for a straight. There are 2 hearts out there.
Interesting hand. On the turn, it's an 8.
And that gives Tom Dwan the nuts, and Patrik Antonius now has 4 pair.
So a quick check from Dwan.
Of course, he's got jacks and 8s. That is his hand, but he has a bunch of full house draws. You could catch a jack and 8, a 6 or 5.
And he will bet 32,000.
Well, let's see what Tom Dwan does here. He does have the nuts. He doesn't have any redraws, though. He does not have a heart draw, and he doesn't have a higher straight draw. And for that reason, he just calls.
So we come to the river. It's a 6.
And that's going to give Antonius the full house. And you wondered if Tom Dwan was going to check raise the river if a blank came, but that's not a blank.
And he's reaching for chips. Obviously, he thinks his hand is good because he's going to bet 73,000.
Well, here's the thing for Patrik Antonius. The only hand that he can lose to is pocket 8s or pocket jacks. And because he has a jack and an 8 in his hand, it's so unlikely that Tom Dwan has one of those hands. And he is reaching for raising chips here.
Dwan almost visibly taking a deep breath.
It's unbelievable how many times we have seen Tom Dwan make a second best hand. Can he lay this one down again?
Well, the raise is to 175,000.
I mean, it's almost uncanny. So he's getting about 2-1 in the pot. The pot's 349, 175 to call. Antonius bet the turn. Dwan decided to flat him with 7-9. Now the board has paired on the river, and he's bet the river, and he's gotten raised. And really, what would Antonius raise with unless it's a bluff or a full house? So Tom Dwan just has a bluff catcher right now.
And
Wow.
he's going to throw it away again.
Unbelievable.
You know, isn't it amazing? I mean, he's playing really solid poker, and he's getting spanked.
He's just, but the thing is, he could be down his entire buy-in. But because of his good play, he's only down about half of that.
Of course, half of that is just about a cool $500,000. Play continues now, and it does so with no limit hold'em. So a different game once again. 1,000 and 2,000 with a 500 ante.
Oh, Queen 10 suited, definitely a good hand. Heads up.
7,000. And Dwan an ace-9, hand that can get you in trouble.
Well, that is a very powerful hand. Heads up as well. He chooses just to call.
Deuce and a pair of 5s on the flop.
Now, this is a spot where if Antonius bets, Tom Dwan may very likely call, thinking that his ace-high is good here. He did not re-raise it pre-flop, so he's under-repped his hand.
As advertised, bet of 12,000 and a quick call from Tom Dwan. The turn's a 10.
That gives Tom Dwan the nut spade draw. It also gives Antonius top pair, though.
And a check from Dwan.
And it looks like Antonius is going to bet here with 10s and 5s.
28,000.
And you wonder if Tom hadn't picked up the spade draw, would he have continued to call here with ace high? I think he's definitely going to call here with the nut spade draw and ace high.
And he does. So we come to the river. And it's a 9.
Ooh, well, that could be a bad card here for Tom Dwan. You know, he's most likely going to check it, and he does. And Patrik is most likely going to value bet. And again, will durrr make another laydown? 95,000 in the pot.
And he's going to bet 71,000.
And Tom's going to think this one through. Again, what does he beat? Antonius is most likely betting a hand for value that is better than Tom Dwan's hand, or he has a bluff.
Taking his time. These are the hands he's laid down consistently tonight. And he does it again.
Wow, just Great play there, even though he's losing, by Tom Dwan.
They bluffed and they battled, each trying to get the upper hand. And Patrik Antonius, he kind of picks up right where he left off last year. He won $400,000 and change last year, so almost $1 million in the 2 years of cash games down here in Melbourne. And for Tom Dwan, he really doesn't have to hang his head. He played as good as he could, but sometimes luck is a big part of things. We've seen two of the best battle, $2.5 million between them, and tonight Patrik Antonius got the best of Tom Dwan. Antonius will walk away $500,000 to the good, and he continues his tear down under. That's a wrap for us. For Bart Hanson, I'm Barry Tompkins. See you next year.